the mods I've transferred from my old Jeep Gladiator to my new Jeep Gladiator. Well, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here. I wanted to run through and show you guys the mods that I transferred from my old Jeep Gladiator to my new Jeep Gladiator. If you don't know, I recently swapped my Gobi Jeep Gladiator for this brilliant white Jeep Gladiator. If you don't know the story behind that, I'll leave a link to that video down below. Check it out. So anyway, in doing that, there were a lot of mods that I had on my Gobi Jeep Gladiator that I wanted to transfer to this one. So we're going to run through. First of all, we're going to start in the rear, the tonneau cover. Of course, I had the tonneau cover on my old one, and actually this wasn't so much a swap as the same one was on this truck. So it was really just a trade for trade, if you will. Looking in the back, of course, I put my bed liner in there. This is something that I made from a piece that I got from Tractor Supply. We have the Gladi board in there. Of course, I set that up to match my Gobi Jeep Gladiator. You can see it's kind of a Gobi or tan color. That's going to be changing. Back here on the bumper, I had put a different bumper on that truck with two slots for two different tow hooks, or two tow hooks. I swapped bumpers because I wanted to maintain the ability to do that. I do have the tow hooks. They're currently drying. That's another mod I'm working on. So stay tuned for that. Now, going over here, of course, the tires and the wheels. I did swap the tires on the Gobi that we traded in. We put the OEM setup back on it as far as the tires go. It did have identical wheels as to what I have now. That's because my mother and I both bought the same wheels. So I swapped the tires, really. Over here down the side, I did have the same side steps on my Gobi Jeep Gladiator. Again, Mom and I had the same side steps, so I didn't really have to change them out, but they were on this truck to begin with. On the side, of course, the chrome lock cover, pulled those off of my Gobi, put them on this truck. I love having those covered up, especially on a white Gladiator. On the side here, continuing, you'll notice this blank spot right here. That's where the trail rated badge is, or normally is. I did pop that off because I am painting it. It is going to be a different color than what the OEM version was. Moving over to the front, I do have the clear side markers to put on. I haven't done that yet. She did put a black grille on the front of hers. I decided to leave it the way that it is. If you've seen my Gobi Gladiator, then you know I had the Gobi colored surround here as opposed to just black like she has. She wanted hers just black, and I actually think I kind of like that. So for now anyway, we're going to leave everything black on the front as far as the grille goes, as opposed to painting it white to match and frame it in. For now, we'll see going down the road. The bumper, obviously, this is not a stock bumper. This is the bumper that was on my Gobi Gladiator, as well as the little closeout piece here. Did swap those out, put the Gobi back to stock, complete with the little air dams or closeouts that were on that grill. Obviously not on this one. This is a stubby bumper, the same one that was on my other truck. The headlight guards, again, we have a lot in common, you see, because she had these on here already. We took the ones off of my truck, and they're going to go on her Gladiator Mojave, but for now, they're off. These are the same ones. Let's see. Let's move around to the antenna. This is the antenna that was on my Jeep Gladiator Gobi. Do like the shorter antenna as opposed to that taller silver whip antenna. This does great for reception, no issues there, and it does give a little bit, so you're probably not gonna, hopefully, rip it off. Let's check inside now. Really not a lot of changes in here. I did take the floor mats that I had before. Those are the ones with the green. I had painted the green letters, or rather the Jeep letters green. You can still see a red outline maybe under there. I like these the way that they are. We'll talk about the green here in just a minute. Of course, the Rob Motive mask, you know, you got to have that. And then these were the seat stuffers that I had in the Gobi, tan to match that truck. Obviously, they don't match anything in here. I may change these out eventually so that they match more with the truck, either blue or maybe even green. We'll get to that in just a minute. And then the phone holder that I had in the other truck, I did put that in. It's just a screw in. You take out the centerpiece that's in there and screw it right back in through the same holes. I really like that thing, and it really aids me in making videos as well. So obviously we had to have that. Let's take a look in the back. I don't think there's anything that I've done back here other than go ahead and put the original, or not the original, but the all-weather floor mats that I had in my Gobi. Otherwise, they're the same. I will probably, I'd say definitely, paint those letters green as well. We don't need two-tone red and green, so it's not Christmas. I'll probably paint those green. Of course, the grab handles, those had to stay with this truck. Mom actually took the ones that I had in the Gobi because she liked those better. So we have the black grab handles in here, and otherwise, everything else is the same. One more thing on the back, the little heart thing there, that's gonna go. And I do have, or she had rather, the Rob Motive and Rob Motive JT stickers or decals on the back. Obviously, those are gonna stay, although I might actually take them off and put one on each side as opposed to having two on the same side like that. We'll see. Really haven't decided on that yet. Now, I mentioned before about the green. You know, I'm all about accent colors and things, right? And that's kind of why I did what I did with the Gobi Gladiator, right? Now, I've decided, after thinking about this for a bit, that I kind of dig the green on the front here, that even though the truck is white, I think the green looks pretty good. The only other option is to go black or red, right? I didn't want to go black because that's just blah, and I didn't want to go red because it's not a Rubicon. I want my own flavor on this Jeep, right? So I'm going to leave those green in the front, and then I've painted the badge for the side, the trail rated badge. That is painted green. It's currently drying. We'll let you guys see that once I install it. And then I did paint the tow hooks green for the back. Now, a little caveat there, I could not find the same paint that I used on the front bumper or the trail rated badge, so I had to go with something a little bit different. It's still green, but it's not the same shade. So I'll be real curious to see what everybody thinks of that once I get everything installed. I may actually have to change the color of the badge and the front tow hooks to match the new shade of green. The only reason I wouldn't, I guess, is because you can't see everything at the same time, except for the badge on the side and the front tow hooks. You can't see the rear and that side badge at the same time. So I think it's going to be okay, but we'll see. It may bug me, it may not, I don't know. The cold air intake under the hood, let me show you that. I did switch that as well as the hood cover. So let's pull this open. This is kind of a two-hand job here. There we go. And I'll let you see that. I don't have the hood struts installed yet, but there's the S&B cold air intake. We put the OEM version back in the Gobi. And then, of course, the green lettering on the engine cover was transferred over to this truck as well. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and kind of show you guys where I'm at so far, catch you up a little bit, if you will. These I switched because it was just easy to do while I was making the transition. Of course, the wheels and tires, I really didn't have a choice. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. I'd be curious. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I have two other channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive Civic, all about my experiences with the Honda Civic Type R and the Honda Civic Sport Hatch. Check them out if you're interested. Please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.